so much for staying tuned. Now we want to wrap up the conversation that we've been having with Jairus and Samson. I am your host, Cheryl. And ulikuwa unatuambia, Samson, ulikuwa unatuambia how the pressure was on for the event, the long jump, during the Paralympics last year. So, au umesema, mlikuwa mnapangwa na from the au chini ndo wanaanza. And then when you're uko juu kwa table ndio wa mwisho.
Yes.
So this is the final jump that you're supposed to do. So what happened? Because right now the pressure is on. I can imagine your mental state. You're just trying to be composed. How did you overcome and make sure that you were calm enough for that jump?
So that's where the mental aspect comes in, because you have to really be mentally strong. Like for us, I was the last person competing. Like the last, we had no medal. The whole Kenyan delegation, we had no medal, and I was the last one competing. So you know, like I had to get a medal for Team Kenya. Yeah. So I knew that at the back of my mind, but then I have to keep calm and make sure the jump is good.
Yeah.
So now coming into the final jump, I was at position 3, and remember, if anybody jumps above your jump, you're displaced of the medal position. Yeah. So now I was at bronze at the bronze medal doing the final jump. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't think I was contented with the bronze medal, but I just decided to do a final jump, and decided if my legs break, at least tomorrow, my plane was on the next day coming back to Kenya. Yeah, I said at least I'll be on the plane. I won't,
na uko na medal yako.
Yeah. So I just summoned my energies, did the last jump, and lucky enough, I got into the second position. Yeah.
I love that, because I can imagine, basically you're the only medal we took away from the Paralympics.
Yes.
And that's amazing. That is so good, because the pressure for sure was on from Kenya, from the world, I can imagine even the government. The minister was calling like, yo, what are we doing? But you overcame and you did that. And Jairus, please tell us briefly how your experience was like in Dubai, because we've talked about you have the challenge of the sun and everything. Just maybe under a minute, tell us, because time here to immerse, we've been so immersed. And also tell us about compensation. How is the compensation looking? Are we getting mula or not? Because we assume, we'll come back, Samson utuambie, like we assume that if you get gold something, there was some money that was being compensated. So are we earning from what we're doing, or are we doing it because we're passionate about it?
For me, Dubai was my first international competition. So essentially the main reason was just to get the classification and qualifying for the World Championships later in the year. So I was grateful that I got to, even be there in the first place. And then I participated, and my efforts bore fruits, and I was able to, get the gold in the 104. So yeah, it was a good experience. I got to, be in a big stage, running an amazing stadium. So it was a good experience. In terms of weather, the weather was okay. Around that time, I think it's the transition from winter to like the next season. So it was fairly okay. It was like the Kenyan weather. During the day, it was a bit hot, but luckily we were competing in the evening. So my race was around 6 p.m. at that time. So by that time, it was fairly good. The weather was good. Yeah, so I managed, and I'm grateful. Yeah.
What about the compensation?
So yeah, we got gold in that competition. So for me, it was essentially for qualifying for the World Championships. So maybe Samson, who is more experienced in this, can tell us.
Do we? Because there's so many people who do things because they're so passionate about it. You love what you're doing, and it keeps you going regardless of whatever. But are we earning from the sports, or are we making the sports just better for the vibes?
We are running from sports, but I feel we can do better in terms of rewarding our athletes, and in terms of sponsorships. sponsoring our para athletes, I think it goes a long way in sustaining their training, because training is really
Yeah.
expensive, and not everybody can afford to train every day and still live comfortably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. And we're getting there for sure. Unfortunately, there's so many fields that have been neglected. But I believe where we're going, in 5-10 years, we should be doing so much better in Kenya with the athletes. But that's the end of our conversation today. It's been a very, very interesting conversation with Jairus and Samson. I don't know if we have any comments that we can pull up before we wind up. But let me get your final comments, your parting shot. Samson, just tell us under 30 minutes what you'd encourage someone who's probably in a similar situation and wants to do the same. How can we, maybe pia ongeza social media where they can find you online or something?
I would really like to encourage other para athletes who may want to join the sport, or other disabled people who feel like they can compete. There are several sports you can do, even the javelin, even the shot put.
Yeah.
There are several sports you can do. I would really like to encourage them, though the journey might not be easy, but eventually we can make it. I would also like to thank my sponsors.
Yeah.
I have a few sponsors I would like to thank. I would like to thank USN Kenya.
Sorry, I'm not sure we may have time to mention all of them.
Okay.
Let's say we thank the sponsors and tell us where we can get you on socials. Just that, and then people will follow you from here.
You can find me on Instagram, Samson Ojuka OLY. You can find me on TikTok, Samson Ojuka OLY. And Facebook, Samson Ojuka.
I like that.
Yeah.
So reach out to him, and let's get your parting shot, Jairus. What would you tell a young man, a young lady who wants to do what you're doing and they don't know where to start? And also then the social handles. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So shout out to my coach, the Speed Lab team, family and friends. They've always supported me to get to this point. What I'll tell someone out there is just make sure to keep being the best version of yourself each day. So I leave them by just saying, as long as you're still alive, act like it. So each day wake up wanting to improve, wanting to be better. It's this life, like in whatever we do, I know there is no point of perfection in human's life, so you keep being better each and every day. On social media, it's just my name, Jairus Ongeta, on all social media platforms. Appreciate and grateful to be here. So be sure to check them out, and that is it for our conversation this evening. It has been amazing. I hope you've taken something from it. I have personally been inspired, and just keep pushing. Be aware, be conscious of everyone around you, be a bit more sensitive, and let us learn every day to be better and to be kinder. So that is it for us. We're going to repeat this conversation tomorrow between 1 and 2 p.m. It's also going to go up on YouTube in case you want to refer back to it. If you want to check it out again, go and follow us at Y254. That is it. We will see you again next week. We'll have another amazing conversation. I don't think you want to miss out on it, because honestly, it's something that's so relevant. So we'll be here every Thursday between 7 and 8. We're doing the live show. So I'll see you guys next week. Have a lovely evening.